Hello and welcome to Driver's Therapy. In today's video, we're going to be replacing the NSX front turn signals. Now, if you think about it, the NSX is about 30 years old. So the front turn signals, they've experienced wind, bugs, UV, and just over time it just wears. So what I decided to do is purchase some new turn signals. It's going to give the front of the car kind of that refresh look, which is pretty cool. And I'm doing kind of an LED conversion kit. We'll go further into that. But before we dive into the whole entire installation and everything, I want to talk about where I bought these parts from, because I think it's really important. Now, finding parts for the NSX, it's not hard, but there's only certain specific specialty shops. Maybe they're more geared towards performance or making their own parts. But the thing I like about this shop, MITA Motorsports, is that they offer the best of both worlds. Now, what I've noticed is that they offer a lot of OEM parts, and I think that's really neat because people like me who like to keep the NSX overall original, or you just want to make it look fresh because of the age, they offer all sorts of parts, you name it, even the littlest tiny parts OEM, which is pretty neat, and I think that's pretty cool. On top of that, they're located in Japan. And if you think about it, it's a Japanese car, we're talking about Japanese parts, and it's a Japanese company. Now, I do my due diligence like everybody else. Before I started ordering more parts and spending more money there, I wanted to make sure that they were a ethical, reputable company. So I bought some OEM speaker grille covers for the door panels because they were a little worn because my interior is platinum white and it gets dirty pretty quick. And everything went good. I had no problem. It arrived. It was an OEM part, which was good. They didn't. It didn't take like 9 years or 8 years or something like that, and they didn't run off with my money and buy some sushi. So the great thing about it is that not only did they send me the parts, but I think some of the extra care and some of the attention to detail to me makes a big difference. I have ordered parts from other shops, and a lot of the time it's pretty impersonable, and they're just, they just put the part in the box, a little bit of wrapping and send it off to you. But this company really has pride in what they do. So, you get the OEM packaging, which I think is good. You don't feel like you're getting something from eBay and it's from China. And on top of that, there's little extra touches. We're going to go into it. But there is one cool thing. I know, this has really caught me. I've never ordered a part and there was like gift wrapping with the company's logo in it. So I have to show it to you. Here's the quick video of it. Isn't that funny? All right, guys. Well, without further ado, what we're going to be doing real quick before we jump in is we're going to be removing the turn signals. Then we're going to be talking about the MITA Motorsports LED conversion kit. And then after that, we're going to install everything in there, show you how it looks, and then go from there. All right, guys, let's dive right in. Okay, so for our installation and our removal, we're going to go ahead and look at the part first. And I like to inspect the parts. The parts look good. I already did this. It looks like a pretty basic turn signal, but I do like that it's new. So that's going to be good to go. Now, where a lot of the fun is going to be is in this MITA LED front turn signal like kit. The really cool thing is, look how they sent it. I mean, first off, little portfolio with stuff in it. Now, one thing that I already looked at this, by the way, just make sure that I don't pull something out and there's like, somebody pranks somebody and there's like a inappropriate picture or something, I don't know. But the first thing I noticed, guys, is instructions and printouts of the manual. I mean, this is stuff that I'm already going to do when I'm doing my installations or removals. So for a company to do that ahead of time, I mean, that's pretty cool. Now, hold up. I know some of you guys are on there is like, man, this guy is really buttering this biscuit. I'm not sponsored. Maybe one day I will be. Wink, wink, wink. But right now, I'm just being honest. I mean, everything came in good. So anyways, the only thing is that the owner's manual isn't Japanese. I mean, I could learn how to Japanese, and they did provide us with some Japanese newspaper. Maybe that is to help me learn it. But that is an interesting detail. It's kind of fun. Kind of reminds me of like Predator language. It's like, I mean, it's beautiful. I'm just saying. Anyways, but in the front, it's got pictures, and we know pictures are universal, so we don't have to worry about that. So that's pretty cool. Now, I know you NSX guys out there have no idea this. I didn't even know NSXs had bottom fog lights. Okay, well, we don't have to worry about that. We don't have that. All right. Next thing we have is we have gloves, right? Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm confused, you know. I think it's so you don't touch the bulbs and put like they call it hand oils or whatever on there, which I understand for these, but these, I mean, they kind of remind me of like the hamburger helper guy. You remember? Like we just draw a face on it. But, or maybe if it's warm, oh, maybe if it's cold outside and you want to install them. Thank you. And then finally, oh, hold up, before we get to that, there is a little thank you note. I don't know if it's like a little volleyball or something like that. See if you guys look at that, but it says thank you. All right. And inside here, guys, I don't want to take them out quite yet because I'll lose stuff. I lose everything. And if you look inside here, there's some LED bulbs, and that is what's going to make the conversion for the front. We're going to show you the before and after and everything like that, because that's how we do it in driver's therapy. All right, so let's start taking stuff apart. Okay, let's get started. So what I did is before I purchased these, I researched, and people were saying that you needed a really long screwdriver to take off the front turn signal. So what I did is I tried a regular Phillips, and it didn't really get there. It didn't do the job. It wasn't able to reach up there. So what I did is I used my little mirror and I looked at it, and I saw that it's at an angle, and it's kind of surrounded by this like little bushing around or something around the screw bolt. And so I was like, well, I don't know what to get it. So I got this, and it's a flathead, and I tried it, and it works. So let's go ahead and do it. All right. So it's spinning, but it's not quite moving. So what I'm going to do is gently pry on this. Ooh! Look, guys, a bee. Ooh. That one's for you, Max. All right. All right, I hope that was a good sound. Okay, we're at this part. All right. Should be pretty basic. Twist and turn, right? Maybe? Whoa, I'm a real mechanic. All right, we'll just do it. What the front pineapple here? It should just turn. All right, 1. Hopefully this one just turns 2. 2. And here we go, guys. And look at that. It's kind of beat up. Let's look at the difference. With their dirty hands, though, it'll be all right. Ooh, look at that. They're gonna look fancy. Oh. We're going to show that here in a second. There's a little bit of difference in the side markers. This one has that. This one does not. This one has this, and this one does not. Can I remove you? Okay, so here at Driver's Therapy, we're going to do everything we can right. So what I did is I have this X-Acto knife, and I am filleting this thing off. All right, so, you know, always with cars, nothing's easy. So I removed this part, as you saw, and then I had to remove this little vent tube, which it cracked on me, but I fixed it with the zip tie as best as I can. And then I had to remove this part from we'll call it from the original one, a donor, for this. And hopefully this will still work. I think it will. It's missing 2 tabs now because I pried it off a little too hard. So we'll see if all this puts back together. So we're gonna move on to the LED part and go from there. All right, let's get to this LED part. All right. So our turn signals is going to, our daytime running lights is gonna be this one. So we're just gonna pull that bad boy out and put this one in with our gloves that they gave us. Okay, at this point in time, what I'm gonna do before I put everything back together is I'm gonna test to see if it works. So bear with me and let me walk around here and not step on something. All right. And it works. All right. So let's start putting everything back together and see what happens. All right, the first part is going to be this part.
All right, that clicked in as well. Double check. And now we're going to stick this in like this and put that in there. All right, this is the final moment of truth, because we need to put this back on. So, right here. See if we could do it. Oh, if you change my shirt, it's not because I'm a huge Gator fan, it's because my other shirt was super nice and I'm getting all sorts of sweaty in here because it's a humid day. All right, this kind of sucks, guys, because this broke off and I'm almost thinking, how are we gonna make it work? All right, guys, I'm putting it up there and I think I got it. The reason why I think is because it's tight. I don't want to go any tighter, and it's on there. And one thing we've learned is we don't, if it works, we leave it alone. All right, so let's see the difference. All right, I'm gonna turn on the left one, the right one and the left one. Look at the difference in the daytime running lights. Whoa, now come check these out. And what we'll do is when we back it out, we'll show you a little bit better view of it done.